What is up, you guys? This is All Day 1 on the PS4, and I'm going to be giving you an Omega build set video for Daredevil. So let's go ahead and take a look at his gear. So I'm using 3 pieces of Remy's raiment, 1 piece of Ancient Shroud of Khonshu, and the last piece should be Mark of War. I don't have a Mark of War. I've been trying to get it, but it just will not drop for me. So if you can't get it, Styx Teachings is also a good one, a pretty decent one as well. But yeah, so the reason why I went with Remy's raiment is because he has one ability that's a throwing ability, but that throwing ability so here's what Remy's raiment does basically. All of your throw powers will deliver a guaranteed brutal strike, and this effect is every 5 seconds, so it's a 5-second cooldown. But now the thing is, his throw ability also has bleed on it, and it can also hit up to 8 other enemies, and sometimes it can just hit back and forth on the same enemy to hit more do more damage to the enemy. But those bleeds, they'll also count towards the brutal strikes as well. And then the reason why I went up to 3 pieces is because every enemy that gets hit by your throw ability will have a potential, or a kinetic potential, meaning there's going to be a chance of the enemies having a kinetic charge going off from them. And the bleed procs also count towards those kinetic chances or kinetic potentials to do damage. So it's not going to be guaranteed 100% of the time, but the bleed stacks will basically guarantee you on at least hitting it once, twice, or 3 times of the kinetic potentials. The reason why I went with 1 piece of Ancient Shroud of Khonshu is because you'll get a 40% damage increase towards pretty much to all enemies, or no, to elites and bosses, which is good against bosses when you're doing boss fights. But it lasts for 10 seconds and it's a 30-second cooldown. But it's not bad at all. It definitely helps out, and it would be even better when you do get a Mark of War, because Mark of War is gonna help you, let you go up to 100% base damage. So with Ancient Shroud of Khonshu, whenever you use a staff power, which is pretty much all of your abilities, including your throw ability, that counts as a staff as well. So you're gonna be able to get that 40% plus the Mark of War. And I'm pretty sure with the Mark of War, the stacks will go up really fast because the Rebounding Club, which is your throwing ability, is gonna hit multiple enemies, and that's gonna be an easy stack right there. Plus, Daredevil hits pretty fast anyways, so it won't be, I don't think it'll be too hard to build up on your stacks. Now for my legendary item, I went with Ultimate Nullifier. The reason why I went with Ultimate Nullifier is because this is a brute build. You're gonna be seeing red numbers everywhere, so you pretty much want to stack up as much damage as possible. So the Ultimate Nullifier would definitely be, I would say, the best option. I went with Elektra's Medallion. When you use your medkit, gain stealth for 2 seconds, and your next melee power deals 10% more damage. So this is good for trials. It's good for a lot of different instances, especially mainly for Daredevil because of the fact that he is pretty squishy. He doesn't really have much of a defensive perks. He has a nice talent where he goes invulnerable when he uses his finisher move. I believe it's his finisher. But other than that, I think Elektra's Medallion would definitely help him a lot. Plus the 10% damage buff to all melee powers, or to your next melee power. So yeah, I can definitely say that this is a really good one to use. If anything, you could also use Kraven's Medallion or Doc Ock's Medallion as well if you want. Or another one would be what's his name, Gorgon's Medallion or Dr. Doom's Medallion. And Gorgon's Medallion would turn the enemy into stone, only one enemy, not multiple enemies. And then Dr. Doom's Medallion would give you +1 all attributes when you use a signature. Now for my relic, I went with Relic of Subterranean mainly because he needs the defense Otherwise, I would go with Relic of, I believe it's Asgard. Yeah, Relic of Asgard um, for the melee damage. But Relic of Subterranea, I chose it just because defense helps him survive a lot more. And for my artifacts, I do have Nuts of the Skull just because it gives me fighting and crit hit. But obviously you don't need the summon or the claw damage. And then I'm using Elektra's bandana, which you can get from Elektra, which is a really good one to use for Daredevil. And then I'm using Gem of the Curse. And on my Cosmic Affix, I have defense as well on there. And also on my mods, I have Bulwark modification, giving me 1000 defense rating and 1% less damage versus all attacks. Now for my skills, I'm using Apprehend on L2 triangle, Rebounding Club on square, Sliding Strike on L2 square, Whirling Club on triangle, Nunchuck Beatdown on X, Action Roll on L2 circle, Devil's Due on L2X, which is your signature, and then Tornado Kick on circle. So the thing about Rebounding Club also is you get 2 max charges, and like remember how I said that the guaranteed brutals is a 5-second cooldown. So what you want to do is don't throw both of your Rebounding Clubs at the same time. Just throw one, and by the time your cooldown is done with a Rebounding Club, throw the next one. You can just keep throwing it. I mean, you can keep throwing both of them at the same time if you'd like, but I generally don't. I just throw one and then wait till the cooldown is done and then throw it again and wait till the cooldown is done. That way you kind of have a sense of knowing how long it's been, because Rebounding Club is a 4-second cooldown. So by the time it finishes, you'll be able to throw it again and then get those extra brutes. And then for the Apprehend and Sliding Strike, you generally want to use Sliding Strike first because it'll give you 3 combo points, and then use Apprehend just to get the 2 combo points. But if you're like right up on the enemy, then just use Nunchuck Beatdown or use Apprehend, because the thing about Sliding Strike is it's iffy. I don't necessarily like it too much, but it does good damage. It stuns and it gives you 3 combo points when you need to get it. But you have to make sure you don't have any combo points if you're trying to get the 3 combo points. But Nunchuck Beatdown is a really fast ability, so that's why I also like using that. Also, Devil's Due is going to be really important too, because this will give you your max combo points, and it also does a lot of damage. Now onto the talents. I'm using Knockout. Oh no, I'm not. I'm using Second Wind, and then I'm using Ring the Bell, Ignore Pain, Fighting Rhythm, and Combo Fighter. So the reason why I'm using Second Wind is because Whirling Club gains the following effects when used at maximum combo points. So now when you use Whirling Club, all of your abilities have 100. They don't cost any stamina. So, I mean, it's not like you're really using stamina much, anyways. But thought that'd be a pretty useful one, anyways, just in case. And then ring the bell. So with this Nunchuck Beatdown bonus effect gives you 15% damage bonus, 5% stun chance on hit, and it's going to be 0.5 seconds stun duration. And then Ignore the Pain or Ignore Pain. When you use a finisher power at full combo, you get invulnerability duration for 1 second, deflect chance for 10%, and the duration for the deflect is 4 seconds. Cooldown is 8 seconds. So you can either use Ignore the Pain, Blind Justice, or Cycle of Violence. Blind Justice, I mean, not Blind Justice, Cycle of Violence, well, you'll be able to pretty much keep this going because there is no cooldown on this, so that's good. The only reason why I like Ignore Pain is because I've been able to survive a lot of one-shot moments. I did get lucky with it, but I mean, still, I find it really useful. This one and Cycle of Violence. Blind Justice, you don't necessarily need it. I mean, you're only getting 3% damage bonus and crit hit and brutal strike anyways, but all in all, everything is fine. And then fighting rhythm. The reason why you want to use fighting rhythm is because it says Devil's Due cooldown is reduced by 1 second per combo point spent. So you have 5 combo points, and then I don't know, I think it's 20 seconds, 25-second cooldown. So if you use your combo points 5 times within like 10 seconds, you're going to be able to get your signature back every time, which is a good thing. Set an example is pretty good too because you get empowered, but I don't, in my opinion, I think being able to get your signature back faster is going to put out more damage than an extra 55% damage. And then combo fighter, the reason why I'm using combo fighter is because you get 15% in opener, finisher, and tornado kick. All out brawl and strike when it's right. I tried both of them, but it's just kind of too slow for me because opener powers only generate combo points once per second, so it doesn't matter how many times you hit them, it's gonna do it 1 per second anyways. And then all out brawl, it takes the combo points out, but all your finisher moves have 8-second cooldown, and you still have to use your finisher move in order to use your tornado kick, and I don't really like that. It takes too long anyways. It's 8-second cooldown for the finishers. So now onto the synergies. I'm using Angela, Black Panther, Black Widow, Blade, Daredevil, Hawkeye, Magic. No, let me switch Magic out with Black Bolt actually. So Black Bolt, not Magic, Nightcrawler, Squirrel Girl, and War Machine. And then for my infinity points, I mainly put my points into fighting and speed. The reason why I put more into speed this time around is because the time mastery, even if you just go for 100 points, it's fine, but I just went for the 6 because the 150 because I mean might as well. But I would definitely invest into getting the time gem to at least plus 50 points, because when you use a medkit, your dash power gain a charge back basically, and then if you get up to 100, then you get an extra dash. And I mean that one extra dash and that medkit being able to recharge your dash definitely helps you a lot, saves you a lot. And then I've just put the rest into my base health. You can either go with the base health or you can go into strike through and get brutal damage. Now onto showing you what the abilities look like and whatnot. So this is X, this is the nunchucks ability, and then it gets faster when you just keep hitting. So this is going to be the rebounding club with Remy Raymond's set, the 3-piece set. As you can see, the purple that's going off is proccing because of the bleed. So the 11,876 damage you're seeing right there also is because of the explosive, not because of the bleed. So I'll do that one more time. So all that bleed is all the red numbers. Those are the bleeds. And purple, the explosives, are AoE abilities too. So the closer the enemies are together, the more damage they'll take in general. And then this is the whirling, my triangle ability. I don't remember the ability. It's the finisher. And then that allows you to use your tornado kick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my stacks back. So use a finisher and then tornado kick. Tornado kick gives you a guaranteed brutal, just like that. And then I'm gonna use sliding strike. So when you use sliding strike, you generally want to be kind of back. So when you use it, you can get the three combo points, and then you would use apprehend L2 triangle, and then now you have a full set of combo points. Use it again and then hit them. And then if you have your signature, you can use your signature, and then you got a full set of combo points again, and Electro spawns out. Now, what I normally do with my build, for example, if you happen to get this full build going, and actually let me go to a boss real quick. If you happen to get this build going for your character, before you go to Omega set or Omega difficulty, you generally just want to like you don't want to get up too close to the enemy like this. Oh, and by the way, that was the ancient Shadakanshi right there. But you don't want to get up close to the enemy like this unless you're able to just keep running around. You generally just want to keep throwing your batons so that way it can kill them. It'll do a lot more damage to them and whatnot. But that's pretty much all, you know, that's pretty much it with this build. This definitely helps a lot. At least I've noticed a huge difference in gameplay wise for my Daredevil when it came to coming from cosmic difficulty into Omega difficulty. This set definitely helped. It opens more doors, I guess, in a way. It definitely makes him a lot better, a lot stronger, and probably in a better spot compared to other characters when you're using it like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, if this video helped you at all, go and leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know down in the comment section. If you have another artifact that you think would be better for him rather than Nuts of the Scroll, because I know there's other artifacts that are better than Nuts of the Scroll, like Lizard's Formula, then go ahead and let me know also. And yeah, so like I said, that's pretty much it. This is all day and day one on the PS4. Have a good day, good night, and peace.